Alright, what's going on, guys? So today, I gotta tell y'all the story about how trying to secure a PS5 this morning went for me. So yesterday I called my local Walmart and we all confirmed that this Walmart was definitely gonna have PS5s this morning. We talked to the guys back in the electronics section and we confirmed that they definitely got them in their shipment and they had them ready to stock the next morning, which was this morning at 7 a.m. right when the store opened. So I don't live in a very big town, so I was thinking if I get there at 5:45, I'm gonna have time to be one of the first in line and get my PS5. Dude, I was so wrong. So I pulled up to the store at like 5:45. There's already two lines. One line coming out the first door, another line going out the other door. Which, that's at least like 22 people waiting in line for these things. So at that point, I basically knew my chances of getting a PS5 were slim to none. I was going to have to run straight to the back of the store and be the first person in the electronics section, if I even wanted like a half chance at getting this thing. So I get out there and I'm waiting in line and we're kind of talking to the people, and they've been there since like midnight. These people were so dedicated to getting this thing. They had been there since midnight holding down their spots in line for this PS5. And it's a bunch of old people too, like they're just getting this as a Christmas present for their kids. So I'm thinking like, well, maybe I have a chance if I just like sprint straight to the back in front of all these people. Now, normally I wouldn't do something like that because it's not very like polite, and I'm a pretty polite person. But there were other people there that were already talking about sprinting and like what routes they're going to take through the Walmart. So it's like, this is just going to be a mad dash. Whoever gets there first is going to get this thing. So we're standing there for like an hour waiting on these doors to open, and somebody finally comes up and starts unlocking the door, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to start running. I'm going to get straight to the electronics section before anybody else, and I'm going to get my PS5. So, you know how Walmart has like the two doors? You have one set of doors on the outside and one on the inside. This guy comes up and unlocks the inside, and comes up and just stands beside the outside door, not unlocking it. Everybody's standing there just looking at him, waiting for him to unlock the door. And we look over and the other line starts going in. So at that point, I'm just thinking like, well, this is a wrap. There is no chance I'm getting this thing. Like 15 people have already gone in the store and they're going to the back. And we expect around 15 in stock for this drop. So I look over and I see all these people going in and I'm just like, dude, what the heck are you doing? Why are you standing at this door not going to unlock it for us and let us in? And after like a minute passes, everybody on the other side has already gone into the store. They finally unlock the outside doors and we go in. Man, it looked like a track race. As soon as the doors opened, everybody just started sprinting straight to the back of the store. And I'm like, well, crap. I was going to be nice and not do this, but I guess I'm going to have to. So I start running with them. I run past like 3 old people, and we make it back to the electronics section. Man, when I got back there, my heart sank, dude. There's just a big mosh pit of like 20 people all surrounding the electronics counter. And at that point, I was just trying to like rationalize any reason that I should be here still. So yesterday, they told me that they were gonna set out like these cards, one for each PS5, and they were gonna have it over in the section where the PS5s would normally be if they were stocked on the shelves. And so one person broke from the crowd and went to go look over there, and they were going to tell us all if they were actually there. And so they come back, and obviously, if you know Walmart, you're never going to get a straight answer with something. We knew they weren't going to be there, and they weren't. So I'm sitting there with my position of like 20 in line. Not even a line. This is like 20 people all scrunched up in probably a 10-foot ball or something. There was no room to even move. And there was this old lady. I felt really sorry for her. She was at the front of the group, and she was like getting pushed up against the counter. She's like, hey, can y'all please back up? And obviously nobody's backing up. And so we wait there for like 15 minutes, and finally an employee comes up to work the counter. This dude had like the most stern face ever, and I mean I can relate. I've been a customer service worker before, and I know this dude had to be frustrated out of his mind with this group up here. And so he comes up and he starts getting mad at the group because there's not a line formed, which I totally understand. And so he tells us there's only 6 PlayStations in stock, and if we're behind number 6 in the line, we might as well just leave. At that point, I knew it was over. I knew I wasn't getting a PS5 today, and so I was just going to stick around and see if I could talk to him afterwards to figure out when the next shipment is going to be in. Honestly, I was just trying to figure out a reason of not wasting my time all morning of being up there for over 2 hours. And then they started bringing the PlayStations out, and man, it was right in front of me, bro. I could have just grabbed it and gone, but like, obviously, I'm not going to do that. Once they brought him out, everybody started pushing in front to try to get in the front of the line, and people cutting in from the sides. And there was this one dude, I know he had been there since like 11 p.m. the night before. He got pushed all the way to the back, and this dude was so freaking mad. I felt so bad for this guy because I could just like see the anger in his face. But he was like, he kind of seemed like a really shy dude, so he wasn't going to say anything. And so he tried to speak up. He was like, hey, I've been here since 11 p.m. last night. I was the very first one in line. And nobody was really going to pay him any mind. And so a manager came up and he pointed to the first 6 people that were standing the closest to the counter. And these were all the people that had been cutting. Now, he didn't know that since he had just gotten there, but people started getting mad saying like they had been the second and first in line, and he was like, I don't care, we're giving it to these people, they're the ones getting it, so everybody else can leave. They started selling all of them, and we got down to like the 4th one sold, there were only 2 left, and the guy who was buying the last one, he tried to start paying for it, and another guy stepped in front of him and stuck his card in the card reader. And the manager was like, I'm about to call the cops on you if you're gonna act like this. Get back, you're not getting a PS5. And so I watched as the last PS5 was sold, and I'm probably not doing that again. I think I'm just going to wait till the supply meets the demand and I can actually buy one without having to go through all this crap. Honestly, I don't know when that'll be. I'm really upset that I can't be playing Demon's Souls right now, but it is what it is. Okay, now let's start talking about Elden Ring. So there is a very, very high chance we will see something about Elden Ring tomorrow at the Game Awards. Now, that could be a trailer. That could just be them talking about the game, or we could actually see some gameplay. Honestly, I think it'll be a trailer. And so I'm going to be covering that as soon as we see something tomorrow. If we do get a trailer, I think we're going to learn a lot about the game's mechanics and the world that it's going to be set in. We've had several inside sources say we will see something tomorrow at the Game Awards, and Lance McDonald actually said the game is done. I think he said it was supposed to be released in March of 2021, and obviously because of COVID and all that, it's going to be delayed. So they're thinking like either an April or a summer 2021 release date, but all the signs are pointing to learning something new about Elden Ring tomorrow at the Game Awards. Now, something else that I've been personally waiting for a long time, dude, I am praying that I see some more news about Metroid Prime 4 tomorrow at the Game Awards. Either way, I will be covering everything we learn about Elden Ring tomorrow, so if you want to stay up to date on that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you can keep up with all the latest Elden Ring news. But guys, that's going to do it for the video, so if you guys did enjoy, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe if you want to stay up to date, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I let her test drive out in the west side. She got my best side. Girl, I know you see it coming on your timeline. You're just like fine wine, hit on my line. Girl, I know you see it coming, yeah.